Dear ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sabina Krigan, and it's my privilege and pleasure to welcome you online at the most anticipated event of the year, Moldova Business Week 2020. We are very pleased to be able to welcome those of you that have been with us for the past 2 days, as well as participants that showed their interest in our panel dedicated to electronic manufacturing and R&D pitching session. The global electronic industry has been one of the most revenue-generating and fast-growing industry in the world, which was sized about 4.5 trillion euros in 2019. This industry has been a key driver for economic growth, export development, and employment in most developing countries, including Moldova. For the past 3 decades of development, the Moldovan electronics and R&D sector built up an emerging industrialized sector with a relatively wide range of products and services due to both efforts of local and foreign investors. During this panel, we will discover the opportunity of Moldovan electronic and R&D sectors, as well as we will see and meet several companies which operate here with their partnership offers. So thank you very much for joining us, and I'm sure that we will all have a fruitful event. So to start, I would like to please join us Mr. Alexandru Matroi, who is the CEO of the Association of the Companies from the Electronic Sector from Republic of Moldova.
Thank you, Sabrina. Dear participants of Moldova Business Week, ladies and gentlemen, who is following us online. My name is Alexandru Matroi, and I'm Executive Director of the Association of Electronics Companies in Moldova, and also Technical Director at Inform Business Company, about which I will tell you a bit later. At first, I would like to thank you for this kind of opportunity to all moderators of this event, especially Moldovan Investment Agency, Gateway and Partners, and of course GIZ. I will introduce you to the electronics industry of Moldova as one of the most promising sectors with a huge potential to attract foreign direct investments, to create sustainable jobs and generate exports. Moldova traditionally has strong competences in electronics, and I would like to mention the main competences. First, automation and informational sciences. Second, microelectronics and nanotechnology. The third, biomedical engineering. Also applied electronics, robotics and mechatronics, telecommunication and telecommunication technologies and systems, computers and networks. The education systems in electronics covers dual vocational education training colleges and universities. Research and development is covered by Technical University of Moldova and the Institute of Electronics Engineering and Nanotechnologies. Moldova has strong technical faculties and specific colleges, for example, Belts Polytechnic College, the Technical College of University Technical of Moldova, the Excellence Center in Power Engineering and Electronics. The Technical University of Moldova, located in Chisinau, is the main higher education institution for technical education and competences of electronics. It has also competence in microelectronics, nanotechnology, and mechanical engineering. The Information Technology Park is an organization structure whose residents carry out activities governed by Article number 8 of the law number 77 on IT parks. The purpose of the law is to boost the growth of IT industry, research and development, and engineering, create new jobs, and attract local and foreign investments. One of the incentives created by the taste of residents of IT Virtual Park is the application of a single tax of 7% of the sales revenue. The main benefit of companies registered as residents of IT parks is the simplification and reduction of taxation, and unique tax of 7% from the turnover in replacing the corporate income tax, personal income tax, also social security and medical insurance taxes, also local and real estate taxes. The status of IT park resident may be obtained by any legal or natural person who is registered in the Republic of Moldova as subject of entrepreneurial activity and which carries out or intends to carry out as main business activity one or more types of business activities indicated in classification of economical activities or revision 2. According to IT park law, the main business activity is the activity that generates 70 or more the revenue from sales of the concerned IT park resident members. The combination of knowledge pool, labor cost advantages, favorable tax and social security regimes, and close trade relations make production competitive for products like PCB marketing, PCB manufacturing and design, surface mounting and through-hole PCB assembly, contract manufacturing, and also electronic management systems, electronic devices and manufacturing, nanosensors and nanowires. Let us review shortly the history of electronics industry in Moldova. Until 1990, Moldova has third-ranked supplier of electronics in the former Soviet Union. The electronics industry played an important role in the national economy of Moldova. It consisted of 26 major enterprises and research and development institutions as part of electronics sector with a total number of over 30,000 direct workers. Almost 4,000 engineers were involved in the research and development activities. The total share of this sector in the GDP represented 30%. Electronics industry contribution to the state budget with circa $1 billion United States dollars in taxes. The electronic industry were represented by companies including original equipment manufacturers that produces a large variety of products, digital integrated circuits, sensors and transducers, measuring devices, navigation systems, avionics, TV sets and other household appliances, PCBs, also personal computers, telecommunication systems. As you can see, the electronics industry of Moldova builds on the strong sectoral competences and is rather brownfield than a greenfield. However, since gaining independence, the Republic of Moldova management to keep and develop its fundamental technical and engineering education. Nowadays, the electronics sector in Moldova is reviewing and becomes more dynamic. International ranking classified the Republic of Moldova as a growing entity in terms of ICT development and innovation. Moldova's modern electronics industry is represented by companies producing various products and systems, hardware and software, electronic components and devices, PLCs, PCBs and laminates, microwires and nanoconductors, etc. Moreover, it is estimated that the best performing segment will be research and development and engineering service and would post a 5-year compound annual growth rate of more than 12%, which would mean circa €30 million by 2024. There is a flavor of prominent players in electronics with various industrial competences, among others Black Sea IMS, Steiner Electronics, Arab Software, ADD Group, electro manufacturer as a subcontractor of Sumida, foreign business company, and others. As a reference, I would like to present the electronic sector mapping for 2090, which relieves the following relevant classification of economic activities related to the electronics sector. First, CIM26, manufacturer of computers and electronics and optical productions. Here are the companies. The second, CIM26, manufacturer of electronic equipment. Also, you can find a lot of companies here. The third, CIM29.31, manufacturer of electronic and electronic equipment for motor vehicles. Here we are. The fourth, CAM 33.30, repair of electronics and optical equipment. Here it is. CM 4652, wholesales of electronics and telecommunication component and equipment, and CM 95.21, repair of electronic home appliances. The next slide, you can see that list of companies currently operating in the Malawian market in the electronic industry. You can also see how the companies are spread in the country and which segments they cover. On this map, we have the major players in the sector, including the wire harness and the cable producers. The brands you see are further guarantees in the Republic of Moldova is an open economy with a favorable business climate, a place where you can develop your business and find new opportunities to grow. Meanwhile, the electronics industry established its own professional association in 2019, the Association of Electronic Industry Companies from Moldova, which I am honored to manage as Executive Director. ASM aims to support companies in the industry through the life cycle of electronic products they make, beginning from ideas, research and development, the concept prototypes, production, sale, recycling and improvement. ASM's mission is to develop, promote and increase the efficiency of electronic industry, including microelectronics, nanoelectronics, embedded systems, software, research and development in the Republic of Moldova through partnership between private companies, public authorities and other national and international organizations. The founding members of the association are legal entities, companies engaged in the electronics industry of the Republic of Moldova, and they are For Business, Steiner Electronics, Ellery, Simples, Black CIMS, AFN, Technical University of Moldova and Arab Software. We invite you to discover the electronics industry of Moldova. Be a part of our story of success. Thank you.
Mr. Motroy, thank you very much for your insightful market overview. I hope that you have opened the eyes and the pockets of foreign investors. So just to emphasize, could you tell us, please, what are the main emerging subsectors of the electronic industry in the Republic of Moldova that could be an attractive investment option?
I think the main interest field will represent a range of subsectors related to electronics assembly, especially of high weight, high volume or mass production. Also, over 15% of electronics manufactured is located in China. In case of assembling, the significant problem is to achieve the needed quality. Also, your manufacturers win because of relative rapid and cheap terrestrial logistics. And of course, assembling the most demanded electronics, now it is electronics for electric cars, also alternative energy generating and others. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and we will be waiting for you for our pitching session.
Okay, thank you.
At this stage, I would like to open our pitching session and introduce Mr. Vadim Dano, who is the CEO of the LED market. This is a forefront pioneer in the LED technology from Moldova. Mr. Dano?
Madams and sirs, my name is Vadim Dano. I am representing the LED market company. My company is mainly doing business in LED lighting and of investments in LED productions. I would like to introduce you, first of all, the history of my company. The company was founded in 2004. The company was the history starting after the graduation of my university. And after the passions of exploring of different electronics goods and creating something interesting, I decided to create my company and to find the solutions to explore in this area. First of all, in 2004, I has established the company like a trading company because, of course, I need to earn some investment, some funds to release my ideas. And first stage of the company, it was the trading company with the import of the goods, electronic goods from the Middle East area and in the Asian area. And in 2008, we have focused our attentions to the LED lighting sectors. It's the time when the LED lighting sectors was in the stage of movement from the lab sectors to the commercial sectors. And why we decide to focus our attention to the LED lighting, because the artificial lighting is a vital part of our life, and it's very important to have a possibility to explore in this area. And what is the advantage of the LED lighting? One of them is the long life of these equipments. It's more than 100,000 hours of the lifespan. It's the less consumption. It's one of the most effective energy consumptions of the artificial lighting. And it's, of course, have a passive impact to the CO2 emissions of the gas in our world, that it's very important now. And the other stage, it's what we have at the LED productions. It's unharmfully productions, because we know that previously sectors of the artificial lighting was occupied by the CFL production that contains the heavy metals, and it was requested to make the process, a special process of these products. Here I would like to introduce you our company department. At this moment we have more of the 8 departments. We are trying to introduce to our customers the full stages of the production, starting from the productions, commercial, servicing, and after servicing offers. So we have our owners company, the R&D department, that we are research and development the new products. We're trying to integrate into our company. We have the sales department that we are making directly contact to the customers, and of course we are trying to find the best solution for them. We have our production department that I will introduce you later, that it contains different stages of the productions. Purchasing, logistic, everything. So we are trying to grow the company like a family all together. And here I would like to introduce you the opportunities of the LED markets. So the LED markets opportunities is valued now at the $54 billion for 2020, and it has dynamically increased every year. It's more than about the 14%. At the moment, our company main market is considering the local market, and 2 years ago, we established a company in Romania, and we are trying to entering with the products to European market and to find our customers in that area. Here in these graphics, you can see the dynamic of our sales of our company, and we have the forecast for next years. Here I would like to introduce you our product and services process. The company has owned the automatic process of the productions. We have our automatic SMT lines, semi-automatic SMT lines. We have the reflows ovens machines. We have the wave soldering machines. So almost of the SMT and deep placement elements that are necessary for all process of the electronic productions. We have our manual stage of the production that is campaign. Here I would like to introduce some photos. Automatic process. We have the automatic machines that can do some automatizations process that it consider more quality and more efficiently for productions. Manual assembling, it's the second stage that is doing after the automatic process, and it's mainly using for soldering, screwing, and deep placement of the elements. Testing, it's the third stage that we do the testing of the product that we are already produced. We do the thermal testing, we do the visual testing, aging testing of the product, and IP testing and impact testing of the products. We have our own laboratory for photometric testing, so we make the investment in this area because we consider that the quality of the product is mostly depend from the testing and to know how the product is released into the project. And that's why we have our integrating sphere that we can take the chromacy of the products, and we have our gonophotometers testing machines that can make the distribution of the light, take the test to see how the distribution of the light is make the lamp. Here we are. I would like to introduce in the company that we cooperate for many years. We are in the contact with some suppliers like a company Osram or Tridonic. We cooperate in area for different kind of projects. Also, we are in contact with TUIA. TUIA is a company that are integrating to the smart and Internet of Things area. And here we can see some part of our customers that we create for a long time cooperation with them. Here I'd like to introduce you our business model. So our company mainly focus on the models that to create a long-term cooperation with our customers. We are interested to maintain the relations for a long time, to be not like just a partnership, but to be like a big family. Every time we are trying to improve our projects and to find some other solutions that can make the customers more satisfying. Here it's our company actual developments. So we are trying to introducing the management of the lighting to the smart homes, to the smart buildings, integrating to the building management, and as we know that the futures of it's considering the futures that the green farms where is the possibilities to grow the vegetables and fruits without any impact of the natural impacts outside. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope to find you our partners in the future.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dano, for your amazing story about what you have done through those years. And we just picked up a question for our participants, and it sounds like that. Lighting market is expecting to witness a fast growth over the next couple of years. Could you share with us what are the upcoming trends and how your company is preparing to manage them?
So we are mainly focused now to the directions to improve our already existing technology of LED lighting to the smart life because it's considered a trend in the future, and we're trying to implement into this area. And I think it will be an impact to our forecasts for futures. And other issues, it's considering that we're trying to increase the area of distribution of our product to other markets, to find the new partners in Europe or in other worlds.
Yeah, thank you very much. And we hope that you will have the greatest partner of all. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
So now I would like to give the floor to Mr. Nicu Roman, who is the founder of the company Megatronic Innovation Center, which is a company that offers medical devices and prototyping for R&D. Hello. Thank you very much for coming to us. We are very pleased to see you today at Moldovan Business Week. You have the floor.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to present my company. Yes, it's called Mechatronics Innovation Center. It's a rather new company. I'll come forward to it. Yeah. Let's take it like this. Actually, we have a long history. We were started in 1989, but founded Mechatronics Innovation Center as a separate R&D unit in 2018 due to the Moldova IT park and the very favorable conditions that we have there. So, yes, we were born out of passion in the post-Soviet time. We were founded by my father and a group of enthusiastic engineers that were tired to work in a factory that was doing every day the same thing. So they wanted a company that would innovate, that would come in touch with lots of different fields. And if you look at this timeline, you would see that we did quite a lot of stuff. We got automotive projects in '94. We got gas burning in 1999. Then we went into SCADA systems. We did smart metering systems and so on. But all of this had in common that we actually produced the stuff that we were offering our clients. So we had products there, which now has changed. With the Mechatronics Innovation Center, we try to offer services. So we try to offer outsourcing services for mainly for medical devices, but not only. What do? We do 4 major fields. First one is electronics design. So it's a full development of the PCBs. Then we do firmware development and software development, and we do industrial automation systems. Yeah. Okay, let's come to electronic design. Electronic design, as you know, it's a rather specific field. And actually, today, we don't have a device that doesn't have some electronics in it. We do the complete design. We do it from scratch, so from components choosing, from concept definition, to functional model buildings, to PCB layouts, startup, and so on. We even do transfer of technology to production companies, for example, some EMS company or PCB production company. And we do it for our clients or together with our clients. Then, of course, every device has to have some software in it. We at Mechatronics divide it between embedded software and PC or mobile software. But lately, it's become a challenge to do that because, for example, we had a project this year that we did a wearable device, a device that was based on an Android platform that was sitting in the room and gathering data, and then was connecting via cloud to some doctors that were gathering all this patient data from our device. So lately it's quite difficult to define what do we do. Actually, we do everything. It's a bit of a boast, but yeah, that's it. We, of course, being in the field of medical devices, were certified as such in 2019. So we achieved our ISO 13485 certification. What this entails for software development, it means that we go with this IEC 62304, and we developed the software according to this quality management system. It's a very rigorous system. For you to imagine this, it would take about, let's say, 3 days for writing code and about 7 days for writing the documentation for this code. Yeah, what we work with? We work with a lot of platforms, seeing that we are service providers. So each client demands his or her own development environments, development languages, and so on and so on. So you can see we work from embedded C to Visual Studio, Java, mobile, yes, whatever. Also, working in this medical device field, we learned that organizing is everything. So we have, for example, if you look at the second column, we have this Polarian tool. It's a tool that helps us trace the requirements. So we have this huge amount of requirements, and we need to know which one generated which. And for that, we actually arrived at this automatization of requirement writing. Yes, sometimes our world is just amazing what tools you find. Then, of course, we hear a lot of terms in these years. For example, IoT, yes, Internet of Things, Industry 4.0, and so on and so on. It's very difficult to keep up with all these concepts, also because each company that uses them means something a bit different from all the others. In the end, all this means for us as a company just one thing: you need connectivity. Connectivity and connectivity again. So that's why, for example, we use a lot of communication interfaces like CAN, CAN Open, Modbus, and so on. And also lately we started working with clouds, especially with AWS, Amazon Web Services, as they have quite a nice platform for integrating embedded solution into a network. Okay, our team. We're not a very big company, but we're growing slowly but steadily. We have about 3 electronics engineers, 8 software engineers, 1 system engineer, and 1 regulatory affairs person. As you see, we have a very nice blend of young and experienced engineers in our midst. We have a very nice cooperation program with the Technical University of Moldova. We practically take in students from 3rd year, approximately, as interns, and they do 2 terms of internship in our company, and then if they are worthy of it, we suggest to them that they be hired by us. So we have a rather healthy grassroots training program. What we also learned over the years is to constantly train our personnel, because there are a lot of new technologies, a lot of new trends, a lot of new demands. Each customer demands that we know this, that, etc. And so we constantly improve our personnel. Okay, what else? Yeah, our advantages. As we are in an investment pitch, why would you like to invest in us? First, we do it fast. Especially for the medical industry, we do it rather fast. We have a new experience, let's say, culture in our company. Our engineers are always eager to start something new, to learn something new. And that's why we do quite all right with learning new stuff. Of course, it's our certification. Our certification ensures that we won't deliver a low quality product or a low-level deliverable. We always should have a rather solid degree of quality to what we do. And what we are especially proud of, it's the ability to integrate and combine different technologies, different products into one whole functioning system. And of course, the last one is costs. Yeah, we are in Eastern Europe, and the costs are lower than practically everywhere else. Yeah, turnover. As we started in 2018, we worked mostly for our mother company. But slowly, we developed an external network of customers. And as you see, in 2019, we grew quite a bit, about 30%. Of course, then came the 2020 with the pandemic. Yes. I don't think it's a lot to explain there. But the net profits are also okay, let's say. Yeah. And that's about my pitch. We are actually quite open to discussions about investments. We are flexible for it. All we want is to do new things, to find reliable, trustworthy, and long-term business partners. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Roman, for your outstanding pitch. So it seems that your company is operating in one of the most competitive markets, R&D for healthcare industry. Could you tell us, please, how your company is dealing with this global competition?
Well, as I told you in this slide for why us, first of all, the first question always asked by the customer is costs. Yes, we are lower than the let's say, European companies, Chinese or American or whatever. Second is this strive for perfection. Always, we have to deliver the perfect product, and for our dedication to the customer. Customer is king.
Thank you very much, and I'm sure that you will find your suitable partner. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So now I would like to invite Mrs. Tatiana Kotlyuba, who is the product manager at Garage Lab, a startup accelerator that develops ideas for innovative devices. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for coming to us, and you have the floor.
Thank you, Mrs. Krigan. So I'm very thankful and happy to be here and to have possibility to present our startup. So, I'm product manager at Sonar Inc. Let's imagine that it is 2017. Our founder, Dmitry Voloshin, is training with his coach in the pool, so he prepares for a meeting, for a swim. So he's training, and as he gets a task, he starts to swim, and he hears only fragments of sentences. So, and the thought arises in his head. It would be very nice to have some device that would allow me to hear the voice of my coach even when my ears are underwater. So this way I would be able to adjust my technique even during training. So it would be possible if the coach had a walkie-talkie and I would have some device that will be placed somewhere on my head, for example. This is how Sonar was born. Sonar is a small, it looks like a puck, and it works on bone conduction. It can be placed anywhere on the swimmer's head, so the swimmer can place it under it can fix it. It can be fixed under the elastic band of the goggles, under swimming cap, or under a special bandana. So the coach talks into the radio, the swimmer hears his voice in his head, and at the same second he is able to correct his movements. Our product is a receiving device, and it means that it can be used with any radio. If you have no radio, you can purchase a set that is consisting of a sonar and a radio. Our technology allows a coach to train up to 10 swimmers at once. It is possible even to train up to 20 swimmers. And the coach may have one radio, and the swimmers have our receivers. By switching channels on the radio, the coach can talk to all of them at once, or talk to specifically one swimmer, or divide them into groups. On the flip side, there is no need to shout or wait until the swimmer approaches the side to hear the advice. This is very useful for sports such as synchronized swimming and water polo. So the coach can instruct a whole group, and it can greatly increase the effectiveness of the training. We have built a team that has been working on sonar since the very beginning. Our team consists of 5 engineers, 2 industrial designers, and 2 managers. These are people who are always ready to study, they're always ready to conquer new horizons, and to prove themselves in our product. We worked at a startup accelerator in New York. Startup Accelerator has invested $120,000 in the development of our product. It was in the fall in 2019. It was very interesting for us, and training there made us understand better how American market works. Also, now we know that it is possible to stay here in our country, but to develop and promote a product to the foreign markets. We are currently at the stage of unit production that is performed in China. We will send the trial-based devices to our future partners and customers. First of all, we decided to ask the coaches if the idea of sonar is relevant for them. 200 out of 1,000 respondents said that they are already looking for some solution of this problem of communication gap between the swimmer and the coach. 50 of them have already tried similar devices, but they are not satisfied with their functionality, and now they are looking for another option. We want our device to change swimming world, and we would like it to become famous in 2 years in Moldova, Asia, Europe, and America. The trial-based devices will be sent to the American swimming federations and to the coaches we were talking with, who are interested in our device and who would like to test it out. So, we see great prospects in the American market, and because of this, we plan to focus on it from the beginning of the product launch. 91 million people regularly visit swimming pools, and these are people who are potentially interested in our product. Also, we conducted our own research and came to the conclusion that there are about 800,000 people who are swimming coaches in America. They're also our potential customers or even distributors in the future. So we'd like to bring our product to this market first. Next up, we would like to cover European and Asian market. So it is also a very huge perspective of development for us. Based on 2019 data, it is the size of European market is $1 billion. As technologies advance, gadgets similar to ours already entering the market. Here is a comparison to our main competitors. So, our product is 2 times cheaper than the competitors' products, which makes it more affordable and viable. Also, based on American average prices, the price on our product is equal to the cost of usual coaching session in the pool. This reason makes our product available for all the users with different living standards and budgets. Length and depth of signal receiving makes sonar stand out from the competitors. So the depth where the signal reaches is almost 2 times bigger than the competitor's one. So sonar signal receiving depth is 1 meter, and it makes it useful not only for swimming, but also for team water sports, like synchronized swimming or water polo. Real-time training is our strong point. So most competitors offer such features like listening to music or audio lessons during using the device. We focused all our attention on solving the problem of communication gap between the swimmer and the coach. The purpose of our device is to solve the problem of communication gap, and to allow the swimmer to hear the coach's voice directly in his head, even when his ears are underwater. With the help of our device, we could solve the main problem of swimming, so the athletes can reduce the time of a training session using sonars. According to our theories, sonar could increase the effectiveness of training. It could reduce the cost of training sessions, since not so much training will be needed, and it could take the swimming world to the next level. So far, this is only a theory, but we would like to confirm it. We would like to go farther than the Moldovan market, so our goal is America and Europe. There are many promising specialists here in Moldova, by the way, but we don't have enough resources. So we would like to give an opportunity for Moldovan specialists to work on another market, living here and staying here in Moldova. So, we want to change the world of swimming and sports in general, and this is what we are concentrating on. Back to American market, it should be noted that in America we see great potential with working with different audience segments. We believe that our product will be interesting for swimmers, swimming coaches, sports teams, and some athletes who are involved in team water sports. There are more than 20 federations and associations of swimming in America. Also, there are 5,300 universities that have swimming teams, and there are about 13,930 schools that have pools. We lack the necessary finance and resources to implement this project. It requires investments to improve waterproofing of device up to ATM5 standards, create a production mode of case, and start the production of first 2,000 pieces. Also, we are looking for advice from experts in this field. Moreover, we'd like to confirm our theories about swimming and about usefulness of our device. So, in addition, we need help and advice on how to launch the product, how to promote it to the foreign market correctly, how to market it. Currently, we are looking for experts in these areas and, of course, investments to start production of first 2,000 pieces. So, I was glad to tell you about it, and don't hesitate to contact us if you have some questions to us or if you could help us with some advice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you for sharing with us your amazing story and your innovative device. So we also picked a question for you from our auditory, and it sounds like that. Sonar is one of your company's core products. Could you share with us other Garage Lab projects or development results?
Yes. Sure. Yesterday, Dmitry Voloshin, who is our founder, told about Lobster. And Lobster is also Garage Labs project. Lobster now is sold in more than 50 countries, I think 52 it is now.
Wow.
And the production of each, so the manufacturers, is entirely taking place here in Moldova. What else? So Lobster has won the Red Dot Design Award. And also we know that it helps a lot of freedivers to set a lot of national and some world records.
Thank you very much. We are very glad to see that we have such interesting companies in our electronic industry, and we are hoping to see some new products from your company. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now I would like to welcome online Mr. Andrei Stroncea, who is the founder of the company Noroc Consulting, which is a local supplier for the engineering solution. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello. Thank you for coming. You can start.
Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is okay. I'm happy to present you Noroc Consulting company. Noroc Consulting is a relatively young company that provide much efficiently technical solution. Noroc Consulting was founded in 2011, and all employees are my ex-students. I am teaching at technical university such disciplines as CAD, CAE, CAM, CNC, CALS technologies. Our teams has 5 highly skilled and experienced engineers, plus our families. We provide services in such areas: 3D design for structural, mechanical, manufacturing, and process instrumentation. Also, we provide 3D modeling from 2D drawings and 3D scans. Also, we provide 2D detailing drawings for areas like structural, mechanical, manufacturing, process and instrumentation, and architectural areas. Currently, we collaborate closely with such companies as Maritimes, Westpond, Roxelanistad, and others. Our recently projects are, for example, for Good Lift 6 Marine for Navy, we provide design, workshop drawings, and classification process. Client was Van Dyck Engineering from Holland and Spain. Our project was for marine fabrication. It was a net packing machine. We provide design, calculation, and workshop drawings and CA regulations. For Westcon, for Kossel, it is a big Norwegian company who has 4 drilling rigs. For Kossel from New Zealand, we provide design, class calculation, and workshop drawings for a project called the Slip Joint Cradle. Here we can see that we design and support cradle for this stuff which weighs 30 tons. Also for this client, we provide design for spiral stairs, tower, and access platform. I want to mention that the rigs were working in New Zealand waters, and the design were provided by us here in Moldova, was fabricated in New Zealand and installed on shore. For Westcon company in Norway, we design the grab system assistance for lifting the equipment offshore. For Petrobras, we performed a design here in Moldova and Norway, a steel structure and piping for FPSO electrical module. The design was provided here in Norway and was fabricated in China and installed in Norway. For Westcon Yard, we provide design services for a lot of rigs, such as material handling, lifting, outfit, changes to existing arrangements. For 3D modeling from 3D scans, we provide 3D modeling for oil rig and for Bergen. We provide 3D modeling. We have a lot of works regarding 3D modeling and rendering. Recently works was for Azamat Russia. Also we provide paper to CAD services. Recently we designed a smart system, parking system, that is ideal parking solution. This rotary vertical parking system can be configured to store 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cars on the place of 2 parked cars. Cars also are protected from the weather, dust and corrosion factors. For this project, we are looking for an investor or strategic partnership, and we will be happy if you will be interested to cooperate with us to implement this project. Thank you, and you are welcome to contact me for any problem regarding mechanical design, piping design, steel design, and others.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stroncio, for your presentation and all the project that you've shared with us. And I have a question. What are your main competitive advantage? Why these companies from Norway, New Zealand choose you as the supply provider? Why?
I think our competitive advantage is that we are providing the solution, the best solution, and we're in just in time. I can show you one of our, okay. Where is, just a second. Here you can see, I think, one client from Kassel is writing to me that they are pleased with the work we have been done. So it's all.
Thank you very much, and I hope that you will find your investor at our event. And now I would like to invite once again Alexandru Matroi, but now as the technical director of the Inform Business, a leading Moldovan company that operates in production and prototyping of the electrical equipment for the urban electrical transport. Mr. Matroi, thank you very much that you are still with us.
And now, as the technical director at Inform Business, let me shortly say a few words about our company, the Power Electronics Research and Development Company, and the original equipment manufacturer based in Chisinau. So our company was founded in early 1990, just after the collapse of the Soviet Union, founded by hardware and software engineers. At first, the main activity was creating sophisticated management systems, one of which is in its latest revision is successfully used now by Moldovan customs. Something goes wrong. So milestones of our company, due to moving step by step to market economy, early 2000s years were met also with significant increase in price of electricity. So in such situation, the Chisinau Electric Transport Department gave grants for energy-saving projects. Having general understanding of electronics, our company in half a year developed and presented the prototype equipment set for a trolleybus upgrade. After a lot of tests, it was proved that the upgrade brings up to 14% of saving energy compared to conventional trolleybus of that time. After a few years of domestic application, the first deliveries to Russia and Ukraine started in 2004, and also thanks to getting a new order from our customer from Irkutsk in year 2007 was made the first industry first 5-kilometer range in motion charging electric bus. During the last dozen of years, our company is in continued growth and offer all range of technical solutions, not only for trolleybuses, but also for electric buses and trams. Manufacturing, our main research and development facility and production is located in Chisinau. A few years ago, we opened a subsidiary in Odessa, Ukraine. In the European Union, we have a few strong partners in Romania. Advantages with working with our company. We believe that we have achieved success thanks to rich experience and working with best-in-class suppliers of electronic parts like Mitsubishi, Hitachi, Infineon, and so on. Our technology and manufacturing and testing facilities cover all available today CIS market. That is why we are in search of relative partners outside. Here you can see a list of our main series products and equipment sets. The full list, of course, is much longer. A few words about our electric buses. Thanks to safe rechargeable battery evolution, now we are offering a range of technical solutions applicable to electric buses of two types: in-motion charging electric buses and night charging electric buses. And night charging electric buses. The third existing in the world type of electric bus is fast charging electric bus. Is very expensive compared to these two, and is relatively unsafe. And it could be hardly implemented in the area we are working now. Next slide. Here you can see the structure blocks of our realization of an electric bus. All the control component parts are developed and manufactured by our company. Additionally, began in early 2015, after over a year and a half of all weather and season testing, the first 16-kilometer in-motion running electric bus, road number 30, started serving in Chisinau. Links the airport and the city center. Thanks to the full energy recuperation to battery and braking, even first test shown extraordinary energy saving of around additional 25% compared to a conventional modern trolleybuses. Now 7 additional new routes were launched in Chisinau during the last 4 years. And now the road extension outside the contact network is around 100 kilometers, or around 25% of serving area. In the end of my presentation, together with our president, we would like to invite all interested companies for negotiation on new passengers vehicle design subject, and we are ready to share our experience in this issue. And maybe together we will bring to life our goal to build in Moldova, in free economical zone, or maybe based on an industrial park, an assembly plant of electric buses and other passenger vehicles. So let passengers travel on electricity. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much once again. So as you mentioned, your main client segment are producers of electrical transportation. Tell us, please, could your technology or solution be applied for other segment of clients or for other purposes?
Yes, sure. We can easily switch to all other applications which are using electric motors with power from kilowatts to megawatts. It could be wind turbines, different elevators, water pump stations, etc.
Thank you very much. Then the future is bright for your company.
We hope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So finally, it's my pleasure to welcome online our last speaker from the pitching session. It is Mr. Franco Polizello, the Director of Mod Engineering. The company is a part of Italian leading engineering group offering complete mechanical engineering solutions. Good afternoon, Mr. Polizello.
Hope, do you hear me?
Yeah, we do. But
okay, now I will start to share our presentation.
Okay. Yes, we see.
You see? Okay,
yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you and good evening to everybody. I'm Franco Polesello and CEO of Mod Engineering. I would like first of all to thank organization and partners that allow us to be here despite the pandemic condition that we are living. And also to all the other speakers of this panel that together I think we are giving our support to the rebirth of important sector of the economy for Moldova. I'm here for show you who we are and what we do. Mod Engineering is a multidisciplinary engineering company, and we provide mechanical, electrical, electronical design development services together with technical documentation development, simulation, and software development. Today, we have a team of 26 employees. We are relatively young here in Moldova. We were born in 2012 by the wish of CPN Group to expand its market on the east of the Europe. So in the timeline, we can see a brief history. In 2012 was founded Mod Engineering, starting with 4 young engineers from Moldova Technical University. We passed through first few years of team consolidation and development of core of the company that allow us to be able to complete the first complex project that I mentioned here in the timeline, and we will check later because I consider important for also for a theoretical line of business for our company. In 2018, we were able to get ISO 9001 certification, and today we are facing with a reorganization due to the global situation and looking the best way to approach the new market condition once the pandemic crisis will be ends. As you can see from 2 graphs below, from the beginning of our history, we were able to have a constant and healthy growth. We never push, and the core teams is still present in Mod, and the turnover of resources today is very low. That for us is very important because it is a synonymous of quality in our services. The vision is that together with CPN Group, today we can create an hub that allow us to satisfy all customer requirements, starting from the idea till the prototype, passing through engineering, solution, software solution, and technical documentation development and certification. We have on our back more than 30 years of consolidated experience, 90 employees inserted in a multicultural asset and divided in 3 countries, that today is Italy, Moldova, and France. And we reached last year the €5 million turnover. What we do? We are able to support all the main process involved in the manufacturing industry, starting from the management, passing through analysis R&D and engineering development, together with software development, technical documentation, both according ISO standard and ESC standard, and till the consulting in client premises. Now I will show you the industry where we work and few case study for each one. We work nowadays, our group provides services for machinery industrial sector, food and biomedical sector, engine and power generation sector, till aeronautical sector. Here we will see few case study divided by sector and with a small resume of the support that we were able to give to our client. For machinery industrial, for example, we complete project like development of a pallet stacker, starting from a concept design till the constructive design. The second example is a huge project that we approach for a CNC 5-axis stone cutting machine, where we have a strong support of engineering and cost down design. We are still strong and now represent 30% of our business is the big size industrial design. So it's mean we support companies that develop casting, rolling, extrusion and forging line. And we are able to create a project starting from basic study till the final project requirement. Here there is just few examples. Now a new sector, the food and biomedical, that I think represent at its best what our group is today. So a group that is able to put together idea and knowledge from different branches of engineering. Here, for example, we can see a biomedical centrifuge that we develop completely starting from the customer ideas and just the biomedical parameters. In this case, we approach both ergonomic, design, mechanical engineering, firmware and software. And we finish with the production of the first prototype and with the test and validation of the product. As well, same we did with this pedal for a dental chair, where we received just the skin and the requirement. Switching to another sector, engine and power generation sector, I would like to spend just two sweet words because this was the sector where our company, our group, born. And basically in engine, we are able to take care of every single aspect of an engine or a genset for industrial application. Here, for last, we have two case studies that they really take care of them because, as I told before, represent, in my opinion, the correct overview of what Moldova can be. This was two really huge and important projects that we developed with a European top player and represent two transition of technological goods between Europa and the Russian market, where we were able, thanks to the multiculturality of our team and especially to the employees of our team in Moldova, to support our client and don't be just a supplier, but really a partner and advise and put us in the situation to be able to suggest the better choice to our client. Both projects were taking a lot of time, and I'm happy to say that today is completed successfully. Here there is our tool overview. Basically, as appeared previously in this panel, we provide also services, and we need to adapt the request of our client and the existing structure. So we are able to switch easily between one software and another and so on. Here there is an overview of all the software that we have in-house and for which we have huge knowledge. This is some group references. As you can see, there is some of the top players both of different sector in European market. And here under, for finish, there is my contact and the contact of my partner, Christian Bracic, founder of CPN Group.
Thank you very much.
I will say thank you to you all, and especially to my team in Moldova that unluckily in the last month I'm not able to see so often due to this pandemic condition.
Mr. Polizello, thank you very much for your insightful presentation. And I would like to ask you, from your Moldovan experience, as an
you see now
yeah.
that I forgot to open the camera.
Oh, I thought that we have something there. Please share your screen. Oh, you look amazing. Thank you for these moments. I would like to ask you, as an investor, what were the main 3 things that determined you to choose Moldova as your home host for your branch?
At the beginning, for sure, the first screening was strictly conditioned by the cost. That was, we are speaking about 10 years ago, so the situation of the market was quite different than today. Yeah. But for sure, one of the first things was the cost, but without forgetting the other point, that was to find something close to Europe without a big difference in time. Yeah. Because we had in the past a lot of difficulties because a lot of our clients start to approach the, let's say, the India's branch of a lot of consulting company. But after a few years, we see that they start to have problem because you are not able to work together during all the day. And so what you can recover by the cost, you lose from other point of view of the work. So I think we decide to open in Moldova, first for the cost, second because it's very close to the Europe, third for the multicultural asset that are present in Moldova. And last but not least, because represent one of the best bridge between Europe and the Russian market.
Thank you very much, Mr. Polizello, and thank you for sharing with us your investment experience. I hope that you have inspired and encouraged other foreign investors to embrace Moldova as their first choice for expansion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, too. I hope to. Have a good evening to everybody.
Thank you. In conclusion, I would like to say that these were just several examples of companies, of success stories from all other big players that already embrace our competitive advantage through establishing their production facilities in Moldova. With many more companies to come, Moldova has everything to become a key electronic and R&D portal in the global post-pandemic supply chain. Dear all, I hope you enjoyed our event. Thank you very much, and please stay tuned for our next session dedicated to manufacturing and fashion. Good afternoon.